Здравствуйте, товарищи, and welcome back to another glorious Worker Wednesday, where we will continue to work south of the river and make some hopefully great advances where our industrial sector is currently being planned and developed. Last session was an interesting one. It was uninteresting one. Sorry, throw my grammar out the window here. We had lofty goals, but then we got distracted by lots of minor issues here and there. And in fact, if I'm completely honest, today's session is going to start with a little bit of problem solving as well. Some of you will remember that we've created a bit of a situation down over here with traffic backed up for miles. Oh my, I forgot how bad the situation was. So this will definitely need some solving, and then hopefully we can continue paying attention to our industrial zone that we've been trying to develop for so very long. The good news is that our construction site down south over here is looking... Oh, that felt good coming out the trees like that. That was pretty cool. But yeah, our construction site down there is going to get stocked up, of course, when we solve our traffic jam issue. And as these construction sites get stocked up, it's going to just speed everything up down the line, and I'm really looking forward to that. But yes, we definitely need to solve the traffic jam. Now, I'm going to try to solve the traffic jam while paused, and I've heard from many of you every once in a while that I should do more things while unpaused, and some of you understand why I don't do it. But just in case you don't understand why I don't hit play when I'm solving problems like this, is because a problem like this, the longer it goes on for, the worse it is for our economy. And the solutions to it are really, they aren't things that would take time, so to speak. Like, they wouldn't take months to do in real life, whereas in game, to click on each individual UI piece, click here, don't tell it to wait until loaded, like that takes time, obviously, right? And I think the standstill has come because the steel here has been emptied, and we've got all of these trucks waiting to load up on, wow, steel and bricks, two things that are missing here. Wild, I would have never imagined in a million years that we'd run out of these things over here. Let's go ahead and uncheck the wait until loaded from as many of these as possible. Make sure we don't stagnate things when that situation comes, right? For any resource. And hopefully later I'll be able to turn it back on, because I would like people to move with full loads, because otherwise we're often wasting time with half empty loads and whatnot. You're just shipping things from here to the Tirov cargo station. Why are we shipping electronic components to the cargo station? Oh, this is for our construction office, right? I was like, what are we doing here? That makes sense. Look at this backup, though. It's absolutely wild, but hopefully, I won't be jamming with you for too long, and instead we'll be getting to work on our, vehicle manufacturing and our, what's the other one? The, mechanical components and things like that. There's a lot to do down south. And look at that, we've got everything so much backed up over here. Okay, so unchecking the wait until loaded will definitely make a difference. And why is... Oh, look at that. Okay, so right now you're out of power. That's fine. This has been completely emptied out. I have not stayed on top of our need to move goods, to ship goods, as it were. Where is our ship? There you are. Okay, back to the top of the cycle. Please load up on, yes, steel, bricks, everything. No steel down here either. And what's going on there? Now, that might be the result of the train issues we've been seeing over here that I think we fixed at the end of the previous session. So I think once we hit play, we'll see that work. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit play. I want to see this problem kind of get solved over here and that problem get solved over there, because that's a very, very big problem. It'll hurt us a lot in the short and long run. So let's make sure that's working fine, and then once that's done, it shouldn't take too long, we'll turn our attention down here. Folks, as I hit play, just want to mention, as always, if you've been enjoying this series and you would like to see it continue, please don't hesitate to keep letting me know by leaving a like and a comment down below. It makes such a big difference in how I approach content on the channel, and I do greatly appreciate the opportunity to read through all your comments and see all your thoughts. It really does bring me a lot of joy to be able to sit down, read through comments, see what people are thinking. A lot of the time, there's a sense of humor to it. It's just always fun for me. So I do read through all the comments as well and see your feedback and thoughts. So it looks like our population is recovering, which is nice. Hopefully it continues to go upwards over here. Lots of folks still living with their parents, and I might want to maybe build an expansion to Brixtonia to help deal with that. But for now, let's for now hit play. Let time move forward because we also want to put our stadium down over here. There was some suggestion of. I think this is the right spot to put it on. I say it's close to our southern connection over here. It's close to a couple of buildings. We'll put parking lots around it, and we'll get a bus stop near it as well, so people can be dropped off next to it for when they want to get a little bit of sports entertainment. The thing I want to note is that we need to figure out how parking lots work for such long distances. Can somebody drive from down here all the way up to there? I don't know. We'll find out. For now, 7.4 milli in the bank. Let's hit play and see how this goes, shall we? Hopefully this will start clearing up a little bit. But the steel shortage is going to be a problem for a while yet. And I think what we can do is we can play at double speed just to see things clear up a little bit. The other solution, if this doesn't do the job, if this doesn't do the trick, then the other solution is, of course, to build another road cargo station and try and re-finagle this into working. Now, here we seem to be having some issues with gravel as well, because we've stopped buying it. So let's take a look at our gravel train. I do think it's all because we've had this blockage up over here for a very long time. Now it's finally clearing up. You're taking clothes down south. You're taking bricks and boards in a... Wow, just catapulted forward there. And our ship is coming back to pick up those bricks and hopefully a fair bit of steel as well. I suspect steel is, yep, capped up because our steel train is the same as our brick and board train. Or, yeah, our brick and board train. And so that's been a problem. Now, where is our aggregate train? There it is. Loading up on 120 tons. It won't be an issue because we solved that last time. I like this level of intricacy in this game. It's my favorite part of the game, I think, is like one, you know, it's Jenga, right? Or it's dominoes, or it's whatever metaphor you want to use. You cack one thing up and things will fall apart, and a lot of the time that kind of cascade is a very real concern. In fact, you know, in many ways we're seeing the collapse of a cascade right now all over, which is maybe a little morbid and dark, like this night sky. Oh, look how beautiful that looks. But just a funny connection. Also, I hope you all are doing okay. I know it's crazy times out there, but folks, it'll be all right. We all just got to do what we got to do. Make sure we're practicing, you know, social distancing and washing our hands. Things will be a-okay. I'm seeing a lot of friends of mine and stuff getting a little worried and whatnot, and it'll be fine. We'll be good. We'll be good. Just wanted to say that. But my God, though, I mean, this game. Every once in a while, I've said it before, it just surprises me, it shocks me with how good it looks. Anyway, back on task over here, we have delivered some bricks. We've delivered a lot of bricks, and those bricks are immediately being picked up. Excellent. This is good. I am glad to see... Oh, and look, the little forklifts go back and forth with the clothes, I believe. I'm very glad to see that... steel and bricks, please, need to be unloaded. To see this working and to see stocks get emptied out, and the reason for that is because we were having such a backup for so very long. It was just getting so it started feeling like we'd overdone it, and I felt it felt strange. So I'm definitely glad to see the resources actually being used. Where's our steel train? Why is it not at the steel mill? Should have headed there this time, no? Where are you, buddy? Or are you still unloading? Oh, there it is. Yeah. Okay, now it's headed to the steel mill. All right, good. Gotta make sure that this works. And that's also what's stagnated our economy a fair bit. And actually, if we take a look at our imports this year, no more crops, so we have eliminated crops. That's good. Iron, of course, we've stopped because we're doing iron ore instead. That's obviously backed up now, so that's stopped. It is interesting to me to compare, like on this screen especially. If we look at the imports this year, we're at 1.5 million. Last year, it was a total of 4 million. We're close. We might have knocked off 1 million. We'll see. But I do like that economy management. Actually, on the topic of economy management, folks, I did release a video about Port Royale 4 on the channel just the other day. You might want to check it out. I learned some really interesting details about the game that I didn't know before as a newcomer to that series. And if you're not familiar with Port Royale 4, but you're fascinated by workers and resources, there might be a bit of overlap there, and you might really be interested in Port Royale. So check it out. It's maybe I'll link it in a pinned comment down below, but do check out that video. I think I had my mind blown, and I think some of y'all might as well, if especially if you're not familiar with the series already. All right, so steel's being loaded up. I think we're good. Now let's take a look at our jam over here. Where is it? Looks like it's been unjammed. Great. And we've arrived right on time for this gravel to be deposited, so that's cool. That's gonna all get dumped, right? Yep, and you're gonna get used basically immediately. Are the trucks loading up first? Yes, looks like the trucks have loaded up, or at least one has. Oh man, 120 tons used up just like that, eh? Oh, that's wild. This plant is being built as well. We might actually need to bring more gravel down at a time. Or even just produce gravel down here. Wow, that gets used up instantaneously. Now this train has such a big trip to make. There you go, the gravel's all gone. Yikes. Yikes. Alternatively, I can make a second train that does the same trip. Hopefully, we're not overcrowding this area, but that train could do just the aggregate, and so it should use the bypass over here, and I would like to see that in action. You know what? Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's get our train depot over here, and let's go ahead and purchase. Let's see. We've got enough money, right? We've got enough money. So electric locomotive. What's our fastest? 120, 160 is our fastest, but what's the engine power? 6160. This one's got better engine power, and it's only slight. Oh, it's a lot slower actually. There's just the bridge where the engine power is necessary, I think, at most. So let's go ahead with the CHS7. Yeah, let's go ahead and get you, and let's go ahead and get some hopper cars. I'm thinking we get like 3 of them or something, you know. No need to stay on the low end. Let's actually go with 4. I think that's a length we can support. And let's get you just focused on the gravel. Because gravel is a pretty constant need. You're going to come here. You're going to load up on gravel. And then you're going to come all the way down here. Hopefully, well, you know what? Let's go ahead and put a waypoint down over here. And then hopefully I should be able to tell you to take that waypoint and then come here. Sorry, it always does this. Rather, I always do this, I should say. Come here and then unload all the gravel, right? And then go to the waypoint again and make your way to the party power aggregate. Yeah, cool. Let's start that. Oh, sorry. Let's start that. And let's keep our eyes on this vehicle for a bit. Just want to see it use that bypass properly. And I think once we follow this trip, and again, many of y'all said that you enjoy watching these perspectives every once in a while because it gives us a very different look at the city. And I agree. I love seeing it from this other perspective. But I think once we see this delivery get made, we'll have synced up in terms of timings to see what our ship is up to see if bricks and steel has in fact been, or have in fact been brought down south across the river, and then that will hopefully, you know, continue to drive our construction even further down south. And then further down south, we have to take a look at the construction of the trolley bus depot, the one that burned down, because we do have to make sure that we where are we right now? Oh, okay. We do have to make sure that we are able to transport more people down towards all the, you know, all the work that needs to be done by the power plant and whatnot, and then the power itself, of course, as well. All right, this trip only happens once. In we go. Nice to see all these trees that we've planted. All right, we're gonna merge and then exit. No, we're gonna get stuck. Oh, one of the reasons why we're watching, after all. Why are we stuck here? Da, da. I mean, it's the quickest solution, because this is a one-time thing only. The quickest solution would do that. Let this thing through. And then we'll get that back. Yeah, so it's a once-off. It's a once-off. There we go. So we've split. Now we're making our way up towards the aggregate loading station. This bridge, man, that was so long ago that we put that bridge down. It's so weird to go through older parts of the city. Older parts of the nation, rather, I should say. Okay, pausing here for a moment. Gotta make sure this is clean, right? Are we stuck here, or are we okay? You guys are loading up. Because this is one section, it's all blocked off, fair enough. Loading up on bricks and boards, and loading up on... or unloading boards over here. Then you're gonna load up on prefab panels. We have plenty of, and you're gonna turn around and leave. And when you leave, this will be able to come through. So far, so good. Like, I'm okay with this thing stopping over here. Eventually, I might actually need to add more lines here to hold trains. So that, you know, if this area gets any busier, then trains need to be able to stop here and wait for the opportunity to get in where they need to get into. Taking a sweet time loading up, aren't you? All right, well, as that's happening, where's our ship? Ship is still loading up? Yeah. Got some steel, got some bricks. Okay, good. Good. Over here, the jam, I think, has cleared up. We have a different situation here, but that's because of the construction site. Fair enough. Once this is done, it'll be good to actually, yeah, build another set of houses over at Brickstonia so we can get people working at the cement plant. And that way we can build our, or produce our own cement. We don't need to worry about importing cement either. That'll be another nice thing to cut off. Look at that. Steel's finally coming through over here, eh? Oh, no, wait, no. That's not being picked up. That's just looping back and forth. I think maybe I should buy some more of these vehicles. Just to speed it up a little bit. Again, we know we have the money. Well, we spent a fair bit of it. We're below the 7 mark now. But we do need to get workers down here as well. And I think a big reason that there's a delay is because of the jam we had over there. And now the jam we have over here as well. Wow, This being such an integral road is not good for us. Well, this is interesting to see, like, to note the downside of having so many construction offices assigned to one thing. This is definitely stagnating a lot. We might need to actually get, like, a relief line or something. I don't know if the game understands how they work. Oh, looks like they're just pushing through now. Fair enough. Yeah, I don't know if the game understands that 2 parallel roads, it can split the traffic between them, you know? How are we looking over here? I'm tempted to turn you around. Let's go ahead and get you going. Not only because I want to get the gravel coming, but also because I want to get steel going. So let's rush that a little bit. This train's been waiting here for a while. Can you imagine being this guy? There we go. Now you've got the green light, so you're going to come through. Now we can load up on a lot of gravel in here. 240 tons, plus the other 120 that comes through every once in a while. So there's a fair bit of gravel being moved. And hopefully we're not paying for any of it. Keep an eye on the gravel. We only imported a little bit this month. When we're loading up here, no issues there. Sorry, this here I want to look at. Looking good. Yeah, once we killed the import, we killed it for good. Yeah, look at that. Very quick to load. Excellent. Being brought down, no issues. God knows we've got more than enough of it. Quarried stone we have to keep an eye on as well, though. Because that's the one thing that we are paying for is quarried stone. So let's see if I keep my eye on you as you go back. Let's take a look at our import this year. Quarried stone. 56k. Last year, 263k. Yeah, we might need to get more quarries going so we can eliminate that. You can see the you can see how the expense went up, I think, as we started pulling it down south. I think that's what's caused the purchasing to begin. But anyway, this train is now going to make its way across the bridge, and I want to see it use the bypass, which is like kind of the main reason I'm following it. Are you gonna make it through? Or are you gonna have to stop? Oh, you're gonna have to stop, aren't you? Yeah. Oh, just barely, just barely. This might be too many lights over here. In fact, why do I have so many lights over here? I need to clean that up. Be able to fit. I might have overdone it. I might have taken too many hoppers in here. Maybe. It's a little uncouth looking. It's a little too long. All right, now up we go. Minimal loss in speed, it looks like. Yeah, we're still moving at like 135. Across the bridge. Very accurate representation of the sound that makes. Then we go down, get acceleration. Up to 140. Here we go. Oh, it's so fun. Yeah, up to 150. Pretty good, maintaining our speeds pretty well, I think. Even around the bend, accelerating around the bend. All right, and now we're going to loop around. There we go. Through our little bypass and into the aggregate. And by the way, last time I mentioned how the aggregate just kind of disappears. That is how it would work, because the if I could just hover over, you'll see the way it works is there's a little flap at the bottom of these hopper cars, and that flap opens and the aggregate dumps. That's why the aggregate unloading is a raised platform, because the aggregate gets stored below the platform. That's how that works. So it makes perfect sense. Okay, cool, good. So we're not stuck over here, despite that train having moved through, this far train having moved through. That's good. Now we're able to go through the bypass and pass on by, as it were. Great, fantastic, beautiful. Beautiful. So that's working smoothly. Now, where's our ship? Wow. Was I not right? Perfect. So you're dropping off a bunch of bricks, picking up more steel. Has the steel already been transported? It feels and looks like it might have been. Yeah, it looks like it. Jeez. Let's go ahead and take a look down over here. No steel down here. I guess the steel is being used up by our... Yeah, look at that. Another 213 tons needed here. Yikes. Nonetheless, at least we have a system that's working now, and the ship just needs to come up a couple more times and pick up some more steel. Hopefully a bit more often. Where is our steel train? Where are you, buddy? You loading up? No. Put down too many trees, I can't find my trains. Oh, it's probably doing bricks and boards now, I imagine. Oh no, there, yeah, there it is. Hang on, why didn't you unload your... That's strange. We'll come back to that in a bit. I want to make some progress down south. We'll come back to that in a bit. Let's go ahead and first things first, it was pointed out that I might not have left enough room for this to come out, but I have, so we're good. Thank God. Otherwise I'd be, well, it wouldn't be the end of the world. We just have to adjust the tracks a little bit on this side, but yeah, we are able to pull the power out. We can go around this way, loop around, and move towards our power plant. So not too worried about that. We do have one more high voltage output that we can send across that way. I wonder if I want to do that and put another transformer down somewhere over here to split the push of power across the mountain and whatnot. We'll see. For now, though, all right, so we've got ourselves our steel mill. The steel mill has 3 outputs on this side, 1 output on this side, which is dead, obviously. But the steel, what can the steel be used for? Now, let's see, people are coming out over here. Let's make sure, before I move on to that, let's make sure that people are able to get from the station to their work. Building is in the way. This is the stuff that I don't understand. What do you mean building is in the way? You are the building. Building is in the way. Over here as well, it says building is in the way, doesn't it? there we go. There we go. Perfect. Strong word, perfect, but it's the word I'm going to use. So yeah, so you get off the train and you move there. Even though there's a more convenient entrance over here, you go that way. Fair enough. Now the road connection is over here. So it will have to cross paths with our tracks, which is fine. Let's go ahead and cancel, though, these tracks a little bit, right? Because the reason why I'm doing that is because we don't yet know how much space things will take over here. So, hypothetically, if steel needs to be moved, actually, y'all pointed out in the comments that there is a train connection down at Molna. Yeah, okay, I just missed it because I was zoomed out too far. So there is a train connection. So exports can be brought down that way. Now, it's a long way to go. Oh my, it might actually be faster to go back up to to Sazalis. Might be closer. But there is an option down there, right? So these tracks are being used for passengers to come down over here. Great. These tracks are for steel being transported back up towards Zavodsk 1337. Okay. Mechanical components are produced off of steel. What else is produced off of steel? Let's take a look at engineering industry. Of course, we have our vehicle production line that needs steel as well as mechanical components. And then electronics, electronic components, and plastics and fabrics, those are a separate entity. But let's take a look at plastics requires oil and chemicals. Mechanical components we already know. Fabric, of course, just requires chemicals and crops. Electronics require electronic components and mechanical components. This is going to become tense. So we're going to have to add a lot of like trucking and stuff. Or forklifts. But still, this is mechanical components. I'm looking for something else that needs steel. If there's anything else that needs steel. Sorry, what was the other thing the cars needed? Electronics, electronic components. Do electronic components need steel? They do. Okay. So 3 things need steel. We got our mechanical components factory, right? Which can be placed like what? So, I suppose. We have our road connection and the same side, which I would like to do. Let's see. Alternatively, we do this kind of a thing. Okay, let's see. Trying to figure out if I want to use a road cargo station. I don't think I'm going to use mechanical components elsewhere. So I think we're fine to put this down over here. Now I want to make sure that it's actually somewhat aligned, if not perfectly aligned. Close. Okay, let's go ahead and put you down over here. So that's the mechanical components factory. A little bit of flattening. And we'll be good. We'll pop you down there. And then obviously we have to make this factory connection. So steel, oh, okay, that's straight enough. No. No, it's not. So a little bit more over to the side. I wish that tooltip wasn't there. You also can't look like straight up and down. Sure, it's going to be that. Good enough. No matter if it matches up or not. Beautiful. Actually works perfectly. Okay, so that's that taken care of. Then we have the electrical components. Electronics assembly needs mechanical components. Okay, electrical components needs steel, plastic, and chemicals. Steel, plastic, and chemicals. Okay. Let's see. I'll put you down over here. Might be able to work this. What if I rotate you a little bit? Do something like this. This is my first time placing these buildings down, so there will be a little bit of troubleshooting and you know, figuring out required. Like, I want to do something like this. Because then we can get our factory connection over here. So now steel is going to make electronic components and mechanical components. And what else did we need steel for? The actual cars themselves, right? So if we take a look at our vehicle production line, which is massive, here we have some trouble. Here we have some trouble. I could flatten this entire mountain, obviously. That is technically an option. I could also... Where's our train connections? There are none. I guess train connections are only with the space for vehicles. Okay. Gonna get interesting real fast, isn't it? Now, what else do vehicles need? They need mechanical components, they need electronic components, they need electronics, and they need fabric. Okay. Just trying to figure out how we can make this all come together nicely. I need to check real quickly if I've got a mod for the forklifts here. No, I don't. So, I think I actually need to get a mod so that I can get larger forklift facilities, so I can get products moving a bit faster and a bit more smoothly. Because otherwise this is not going to work the way it stands right now. This is simply not going to fly. So I think, let me just take a quick gander around here. See if things have cleaned up, and then if they have, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the mod. I know exactly which mod I need, it's just a matter of getting it. Things are moving. We're stuck here. Why are we stuck here? We're stuck here because you adventured through. That's not so ideal. Should be waiting there. Is that not... Maybe that should be a chain? It should just be looking to see if that's empty. Okay, well... The obvious solution is to do that. And while that's happening, let's go and find our mod, shall we? Alright, live mod installation while recording. Who'd have thought? This is the future, folks. It's the future. But actually, hold on. As we're leaving that, sending that train away, we want to stop it part way. Are we... Oh, are we at a standstill here? No, we want you to go that way. Right. Sorry. Oh, I'm glad I came back to check. I totally sent it in the wrong direction. Let's see what happens over here. Do I turn you back as well? We'll need to sort this out. I don't know if that needs to be a chain. It should have stopped there when it saw that this was occupied. Well, I guess it looks at this. So maybe it should be a chain. One of these days I'll learn how these things work. Flip you around now. There we go. Now we should be in the clear. Temporary hiccup. We're okay. This large aggregate storage, though, is most certainly not. It's because this concrete plant just gobbles it all up. Until it's topped up, I guess. And then we'll be fine. And then we'll probably be sending too much down here. Let's see what's going on. You're waiting over here. The chain is telling you this block is still full. Well, even the regular one would tell you the same thing, because this block is still full. Unless I were to put another semaphore over here. Or otherwise past this, right? If I were to do... I can't fit one in between these two. But as that leaves, this should clear up. Let's see. So that train's leaving. It's going to take that turn over there. That clears this up. Yep. And as you clear through, I think you'll be clear as well. Once this goes past there, this will be able to go right through. So that's a chain, so it's looking at this block as well. And there we go. In great fashion. Okay, we'll fine tune that stuff later. Like I said, I want to focus down here and try and figure this stuff out. So the mod that I got is a forklift facility that allows for 8 forklifts rather than just the 4. Because we're going to need more over here, I think. This is going to be wild. And it's only because I want to try and get everything connected. If I didn't want to do that, then it wouldn't matter. If I didn't care to do that, it wouldn't matter. Let's see. I don't know if you can hear the gears churning in my head. So I got to get the crossing as well. So if we were to get crossing down over here, then we got the factory connections. Hold on, this is a mess. Let's go ahead and put you down like so. Or like so. Because I want to get this thing coming straight up. This connecting over here potentially. Might need another crossing up here, which sounds absolutely silly, but... Or it might just be a matter of rotating that a bit more, right? Okay, let's go ahead and get rid of you. That's our electrical components factory. Which I'd expect to find under engineering, but I guess electrical engineering doesn't count. Electrical components, yes. Okay, so you. I guess I want something more like that. Okay. You'd connect down here, and you'd connect up over here. Okay. Then our mechanical components factory needs to be turned as well. And how are the roads looking? See, this road gets stuck here. What a hot mess. What a hot mess. Okay, now if I was to use the mod that allows us the road crossing, I might be able to do that. But I need to get you further away. So let's get our road crossing down over here. Let's get our actual factory down over here-ish. If I can fit you. Infrastructure is now causing a problem. Okay, there we go. I'll do this kind of a thing. Okay, let's do this. The reason why I'm offsetting things a little bit more is so that the road has room to maneuver. Ease. Okay. That connection over here, the road connects like so. Right, so you can drive by. And then where's our road connection over here? Down over here. So you're fine. Okay. Alright. Then you connect up over here. Right. Now the mechanical components factory needs to rotate as well to connect up to there, right? Unless I put a crossroads down over here. That's the other option, is actually replanning and reconsidering everything here. If I put the crossing over here, right, I should be able to do something like this, where you connect like that, you connect like that, and then the electrical components factory can connect somewhere here. There we go. Well, rather... Oof, what a mess. What a mess. We could do this. But then I'm encroaching into where the car production is going to be happening. We can do this. Let's try this. Don't know how well that'll work. It will not. This will connect. That won't. Okay. Let's go ahead up over to here and rotate you. We can do that kind of a thing. Connect you and connect. Too long. Come on. Come on. Fair enough. Fair enough. We can get the forklift garage then over here. I think we can fit it. Thought I saw it turn green for a second there. Oh, yes. Fortunately, there we go. There's a spot in here that we can use. All right, perfect. up there, and then up there. So we'll need to rotate you a little bit more. Aiming for perfection. Aiming for that satisfaction of getting things exactly how I want them to be. That rare, rare opportunity that we probably won't have even now. Oh, that's far from perfection. Far from perfection. But we now have more room to play. So we can do that and connect you and connect you. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. So we got a garage there, bringing steel to the electrical components factory. Steel is being brought to the mechanical components factory through this connection, and then steel, mechanical components, and electrical components are all being ferried up to the car factory, the vehicle production line, which also still needs electronics. Right. Okay, electronics. So the electronics, they need steel as well, don't they? They need mechanical components and plastics. Okay. Mechanical components, electronic components, and plastics. I feel like everything will need to be shipped to our vehicle production facility, honestly. I don't think we'll be able to densely pack it like I'd initially hoped for. We're going to have to, like, blow this mountain up. Yeah, we're going to have to, like, flatten this entire section. Which, again, it's something that has been done in the past. Let's go ahead and double speed it. Well, let's just chip away at this mountain, shall we? Oh, it's going to take forever. That's going to take forever. The other option, of course, is to move this entire plan elsewhere, but that will take even longer. Do wonder if we can't use the road technique, because that always works really fast in comparison. If it goes in the right direction, that is. See, like that goes so much faster. Let's go. There we go. I don't mind if there's a huge climb up here or something. We have to have a plateau of some sort is the big thing. There we go. A little bit faster where we've lowered it, and let me just see here. Sorry. Assembly hall. If we put the road down there, that is an option to get mechanical components. We can do this. That way you'd connect with the forklifts as well, but it's a little bit longer of a trip. Or we can do this. Same deal. Yes. Man. Yeah, I feel like the electronics assembly hall maybe needs to be kept separate. Like, put you down over here. We'll bring components over with a vehicle, like with a car, with a truck, whatever. Right, like plant you down like that. Yeah, maybe we do that. And then at least you'll get your mechanical components fine. We'll have to hook you up to the forklifts separately. All right, let's work on that instead. It is crazy to me how massive this is going to get. I'm actually going to wait until the sun rises so I can see how things have flattened and whatnot. And we should actually, in the meanwhile, check our mining. If you take a look at, what was it? It was iron that's plentiful over here, I believe. Yeah, there's like tiny deposits over here. I just don't want to get too far down south. All right, sun's up. Regular speed again, please. Let's go ahead and build our... Where'd it go? Electronics assembly hall. Ironic that the electronics assembly hall connects more to mechanical components than it does to electronics, but it's fine. It's fine. Right, so let's hook you up like so. Right? That, good stuff. What are coming through? We don't need to ship any of this stuff anywhere unless eventually I want to export electronics, which I could do over here. Let's take a quick look at the value of products, not loans, sorry. Electronics sell for, so electronic components sell for 4K. Electronics themselves sell for 4.4. Well, 4.2 to 4.4. So for shipping anything, it's going to be electronics. In which case, we would want to have a train platform. No, we want to have a warehouse over here. So let's go ahead and take a look at the warehouse. Yeah, we can drop it down over here so that a train can come through. The same train that's perhaps picking up cars and stuff up over here can come through, pick up electronics and send it all down that way. Okay, cool. So this is feeling like it might be working. Let's go ahead and plant you down here, actually. Might as well be a bit more complete in our planning here, right? So there. Oof. Yeah, look at that. It's absolutely massive. All right. We'll have to be wary of the roads as well. They, of course, need to be able to come through. But what's next? Electronics. Getting the electrical components. All right, cool. Ready for the car factory? Or at least to plan the car factory. Fabric and plastics. Now, fabric and plastics have some things that they share. They both need crops. They both need chemicals. So they will be their own unit, perhaps on the other side of this little mountain over here. But here, we need to get this actual thing down. Question is where and how? We also need the storage facility that'll actually be connected to the trains, right? What about... This is going to be interesting. Well, first of all, let's get the road down, I think. So we kind of have an idea of where the road's going to sit and where people are going to come in from. We might want to put like a bus stop down somewhere in this kind of an area. I think people will be able to walk from there. So let's put a bus platform. Tempted to put a large bus platform. Actually, no, that's always... It is silly to me that the bus platforms are like offshoots. But I guess they allow for more passengers to come through. We don't need it for here. We can just do a regular bus stop here. People just passing through, right? So let's do the bus stop over here. Flatten all this out. Road would connect over here. Too steep of an incline. Not surprised. Not surprised at all. Let's go ahead and demolish you. Yep. And smooth this all out a little bit. There we go. There we go. Nothing too crazy to worry about. Not yet, at least. Not yet, at least. So where is our bus stop now? There it is. Let's make sure we've hooked you up properly. There we go. I feel like that's going to be too steep as well. Otherwise, it would have auto-connected them. Nope. Just didn't want to connect them. Fair enough. We'll move you over to here. Connect you like so. You can maybe loop around. There we go. Not too crazily. All right, there we go. That will be our road connection. There we go. Cool. And so this bus stop, hopefully, has access to, yes, 1, 2, 3. Not the steel mill, but that's fine because the steel mill is getting its workers from the train. All right, so buses over to here, train down to there. Cool. You can see just how far this needs to go. We could also instead put a train station down. I mean, let's take a look at some of these factories, right? Like, how many people are we trying to get down here? Mechanical components is... I wish you would tell... There we go, maximum numbers. 150. Okay. Electrical components, 150. Wow, that's like 450 people. Okay, maybe a bus stop won't cut it. A bus stop is not gonna cut it. 400. I mean, if we get enough buses, it'll be fine. I'm worried about getting a train station down over here. If we get a train platform, right, we'd have to get the tracks coming through. It eats up a lot of space, I guess, is my bigger concern. Let's see. So if I get rid of you, we'll experiment with that afterwards. And let's take a look at our trains. If I were to get a train platform, or even if I was to get a modded train platform, right? Where are we? Platform station. Like if I were to put you down. Feels strange. To the road rail. There's the other train platform. Probably buses, that's a bigger one. I wouldn't mind it being a single track up here. Because it's a train coming and going, and that's fine. It doesn't have to be a double track over here. Our import-export line, which will be further up, that'll need to be a double track, though. So, let's see. What's the smaller one over here? A reasonable size one. I mean, we could still double track it. It's all a matter of how much space I'm willing to give up to these trains. And if we double track it, it'll just make sure that we suffer problems less often, right? So, okay, let's go ahead and put you down over here. Again, a lot of this might need to be reworked. Let's just keep an open mind about that. Get a longer train platform? Can I get a longer double track train platform that isn't so long? No. Okay, fair enough. Let's go with this one then. So let's put you down over here. Enough room for the tracks to clear the roads, I think. Pop you down, right? And then our footpath connection down over here, or you know what, down over... I'm gonna nudge it over just so it looks a little bit neater. Just so it looks a little bit neater. There we go. Right over here. So connect you straight down, hopefully. Straight enough. And then our road would continue on this way. So that brings enough workers for these three. Unfortunately, there's no connection here yet, so we can't tell if it will work. Let's just connect the road here. I just want to see. Right? Too steep of an incline. Flatten this a little bit. There we go. There we go. Is that reachable? It is not. Not surprised. It is too far away. So we'd probably need a bus stop over here. Also, parking lots. Parking lots galore. Let's go ahead and get a bus stop over here, though. And we've also got the forklifts coming through. Roads coming through from here, I would say. Right? Because we've got that connection there already, so roads are coming through. And as let's just take a moment away from that and just take a look at this. What's the deal here? Progress is being made. Missing steel. Just want to do a quick update loop and see how things are going. You're picking up some steel, looks like. Yep. Gonna bring it down over here. Looks like we are low on steel, eh? This stuff's all moving though, so that's good to see. It's less jammed. It's still a bit of a jam right now, but it's less jammed than it was before. And steel is being dropped off over here. Good stuff. I might need to swap your responsibility and have you load more steel, actually. Making money off mechanical components is great and all, but so is, seeing our nation progress. All right, cool. Fair enough. Things are, I think, overall looking okay. Population is still on its way up, I think. If we look this year, yep, still trending upwards. We will need to move some of those 21 pluses away, though. Anyway, back over here. So, road comes through, right? Perhaps it connects all the way over there. Go ahead and flatten. There we go. That's the kind of flattening I'm talking about. That's so much faster, except for when it gets to that rocky area. Come on. Come on. Flatten it. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Right. For now. So, cars come through, buses come through, what have you. They come over here, they park. Or they get into a bus stop, get out at the bus stop. Cool. Train has to come through this way. So this platform might actually not work out. I need to be even further up. I need to be even further up. Can I lower you? Yes, I can. Excellent. That's what I'm talking about. Lower as much as possible. Again, lower as much as possible. Sides are on too steep. There we go. It'll take some time. That's not all though. Yeah, so these tracks need to find their way out. These guys will be coming up as well. Like the road and the tracks can't be so perfectly aligned. There needs to be a bit of offset. And if I take a look at where this is going, Oh, it is literally just perfectly aligned. Let's get rid of you. Easy solution to that is to drop platform down a little bit. This one, right? Yeah. Lead some more of that footpath there. I'll go to the infrastructure, come on. I guess this is the closest it'll allow me. Ah, it sucks. The other option, of course, is to go above or to add a bit of a turn here. Or we can do this kind of a thing where it kind of turns too close to the road crossing, of course. Let's see if we can't manage it somehow. Okay, fair enough. We can go on the other side as well. That's also an option. Over there. Oops. Over there and across. Don't know how it'll look down over here, though. The other option, obviously, is that this train station is just deployed a little bit further up. But again, like, I worry about how much we're eating into where our actual vehicle production is going to happen. Well, let's try it, right? Let's put you down over here. Get our footpath connection down over here. I'm pretty sure that's still going to be good enough. Come on, man. Come on, man. Just work. At least now I'm never going to forget which which platform it is. All right, let's connect you down there. I hate, like, come on. You just need to go straight down. Just go straight down and connect straight down to the road that's directly beneath you. Okay, for now, you know what? It's fine. It's fine. More pressing matters to deal with. So if you loop up and it's too high. There we go, something more like that. Flatten this down a little bit. Now, even if we don't use any of these tracks or roads, on the bright side, it's at least helping us flatten the mountain. Yeah, let's go ahead and... it's going to raise the mountain, unfortunately. Too steep of a descent. Alright, let's see. Gonna have to flatten this first. Gonna have to flatten this first. You can see just how big of a difference it is. I mean, it is a literal mountain. It's a literal mountain. Look at that footpath as well. That's on a cliff face. All right, you know what, folks? Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of this. Right? Let's go ahead and get rid of this as well. And the reason why I'm getting rid of all this is because I think the first thing we need to do is flatten this mountain. Get rid of all of you. Let's get rid of all of you. And the worst case scenario, what we need to do is just realize that we cannot connect this all directly to a vehicle production plant, because as nice as it would be to have all these things very smoothly delivering, I think we're just not, we don't have enough space. Now, that problem might have been solved if we'd positioned ourselves differently, but this is a pretty mountainous area. It's a pretty mountainous area. So I think the fact of the matter is we have to just kind of lower this entire mountain down to make it a bit more easily connected, a bit more easily connectable, I guess, and use this space as best as we can. It's just a matter of time, and if we double speed it, we dig away, we'll make a dent in this mountain eventually. I mean, hey, it feels pretty fast at times, but I do think that's going to alleviate some of the stress and some of the issues. Nonetheless, I mean, we've done pretty well, I would say, this session to at least plan this stuff out. It's a bit of a mess, if I'm completely honest. Not in terms of how it looks with the layout, but in terms of just having to plot it all out. I think I've caught everything as it needs to be caught. Again, I don't think we'll be exporting steel from here, but should we need to, we'll be able to do it down over here at, oh god, where is it? Molna. But other than that, it'll be used for, yeah, all these components up there, these components over here, and eventually, well, by extension, the electronics, right? Let me just double check here. Yes, by extension. And of course, the vehicles themselves. Now, where's the road connection for you? At least your road connection's down here, so you can, like, cross up over here or something, so you're fine. Your road connection's fine as well. Like, these guys will all be okay. I can probably connect these up here or something, but I'm not going to mess with that until this mountain has been blown to bits, and we can continue to expand this way. Wow. Absolute madness. Look at that. Look at that. How's everything else going, though? How's everything else going? How's the jam? Is, I think, the most important question here. Looks like we're good, but you... Why are you stuck? Zavodsk truck aggregate. Why can't you get there? You are there. You're loading up. So where are you stuck? Why is there a question mark above your head? Hang on. Why are you going? Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Suspend. I'm so glad I did it once over. Suspend all of this. Suspend all of this. That's the risk of turning on auto search, right? There's no construction happening down here. I guess these buildings were like just in range. Okay, glad I caught that, because that, again, if I have to demolish anything, that would have been really unfortunate. All right, cool. Now we're looking okay. Now we're looking quite okay. Cool. All clean. No backed up traffic or anything. I mean, a little bit, but you know, that's when they're waiting to get into the station. But that's okay. Slow it down a little bit. Cool. Well, I hope you all enjoyed jamming together today, but this is where we're going to call it a session, folks. I think we managed to accomplish a fair bit. We've fixed up our, you know, gravel movement. We fixed up our traffic jam over here, and we've also got some progress done on our industrial zone. But yeah, this is, in fact, where we're going to call it, folks. If you enjoyed it, you know what to do. Let me know by leaving a like and a comment down below. As always, it makes a massive difference in how I approach content on the channel. And as always, a massive thanks goes out to all of my channel members and patrons for supporting the channel on a monthly basis. You keep us alive and running smoothly. And of course, a big old thanks goes out to each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, до свидания.